Hello, I believe you're the new park ranger. We've got a lot of work to do around here, and there's never enough time or money. You'll have to learn on the job. This is Rizzo, my right-hand frog. You can learn the ropes from him.
Hello, welcome. We got lots of work to do, and I hope your training's been good. I'll help you if you need it. Let's get started.
This has been a test of the emergency frogcast system.
Nice park. You're a quick learner. Yoo-hoo. Yo. Hey, you. Yo, buddy. Psst. Over here. Yoo-hoo. Sweetheart. Oh, I'm melting. Excuse me. Pardon me. Hello. Hey, wake up. Ribbit, ribbit. Ribbit. Thanks. Here's what I gotta tell you. Okay, here's the deal. I've got some late-breaking news for you. Thanks. I was getting bored off screen. You know, people bring trash into the park and you gotta stay on top of it. Better put in some trash cans, otherwise you're gonna attract quite a few rodents. Trash is the favorite food of rats. Better get some trash cans in your park before the rats become a problem. You gotta put in a trash can to keep the litter under control. The trash is becoming a problem. Place trash cans, Bunky. With people, you get trash. With trash, you get rodents. Put in trash cans to keep the garbage under control. I predict that you're going to have quite a rat problem if you don't put in a few trash cans. If you keep putting more people stuff in your park, you definitely need to add trash cans. Gee, I guess I wasn't very clear the first time. You have to put in trash cans or your park will get lots of rats. This trash is gonna get us both in trouble. Can you please put in more trash cans? You know, people are not careful with matches. You gotta put in a hydrant so fires don't get out of control. May I suggest you put in a hydrant so things don't combust? A hydrant or two would help. I'd feel better if you'd put in a few fire hydrants. Here's another tip about humans. They often start fires, so be prepared and put in hydrants. Oh, I see you have people. They don't always mean to, but they can start fires. Have you thought about fire hydrants? With so many people in the park, you need to add some more hydrants. Otherwise, this park is gonna go up in smoke. One thing we frogs don't like is fire. Do me a favor and put in a few hydrants, okay? I'm a little nervous about the lack of fire hydrants in your park. Here's a tip. Put in a path so plants don't get trampled. The plants would be happier if you put in a path for people. Don't let the plants get trampled by those lead-foot humans. Hey, you gotta put in a path so plants don't get trampled. Be careful with your plants. Placing paths will ensure they don't get trampled. Trampling is serious business to a plant. Put paths in for humans to use. I think your plants need some protection from humans. Put pathways in your park. Have you noticed the borders around the cards? The cards with the green borders are most adaptable to the climate in your park. The red ones probably won't like it, and they may die. The yellow ones will probably survive, but not thrive. All right. You're a junior ranger, skink class. Quack, quack. You've been promoted to junior ranger, duck class. You've been promoted to junior ranger, chipmunk class. Yeah! You're a junior ranger, owl class. Ow! You've been promoted to junior ranger, wolf class. You've been promoted to junior ranger, elk class. It's my esteemed honor to award you with the skink class level. The boss has approved your promotion to owl level ranger. Ta-da! Under my wise direction, you've made it to elk class. Hey, nice to meet you. You must be the new park ranger. I'm RIZZO, and I'm here to help you run the park. Hi, glad to meet you. We'll be working together a lot. I hope you're ready for the job, but if not, I'll teach you everything you need to know. Hello, welcome. We got lots of work to do, and I hope your training's been good. I'll help you if you need it. Let's get started. All right, let's go. Here I go. Okay, bye. See you later, alligator. Sayonara. See you tomorrow. You know, a good way to start is by planting trees and shrubs. Animals will come into your park if you plant. Don't be surprised if you see some animals and birds show up soon. Animals will come into your park if you put in plants they can eat. You can always check what food your animals want in the field guide. Click on the computer button over there. This plant needs to be in the water. This animal needs to be in the water. This plant needs to be in the marsh. This animal needs to be in the marsh. You need to plant more adaptable species. The ones with the green borders. Good job. You're putting in lots of adaptable species. That's the first step in getting a nice biodiverse park. You need to get more species into your park. You know, increase the biodiversity. This people stuff is great, but beware. People can be big trouble. The gazebo can be a moneymaker. You'll get email if people want to rent it out for weddings and stuff. You know, animals need to eat in order to survive. Your animals are very hungry now. Check in the field guide for information. Your animals are starving. They need food quick. That gazebo is definitely adding a lot to your park income. Good job. Good work on your Eco Awards. Your park income is definitely growing. You've got lots of species to identify. Better get over to the Identa Species section. The field guide is a very useful place to go to check out the details on your animals and plants. You've got a lot of species identified. You could impress your friends by printing out the species checklist. If you're bored, you could go play Name That Tune. All right, but beware. Touchy, touchy. Okay, but if you snooze, you lose. Hey, why don't you go work on the Identa Species? You're falling behind, friend. Yoo-hoo, old buddy, old pal. You've got to check your email. You're doing a swell job with this park. Hey, Chief, I gotta tell you, this park is not too healthy. Pay attention. Ranger Reno, this is the best park I've seen in a long time. You're born to do this job. Nice park. You're a quick learner. You gotta whip this park into shape. You don't want the boss on your back. It looks like you've run out of money. You got quite a backlog in the Identa Species. I'd head over there if I were you. You'll get more money next year from taxes. Now that you have some people stuff in your park, you'll start to see, guess what? People! That gazebo can be quite a money maker. Hey, why don't you go work on the Identa Species? You're falling behind, friend. Yoo-hoo, old buddy, old friend, you've got to check your email. The email saves only 20 messages. If you don't get them in time, they're gone. Your emails are piling up. Better check them out or they're history. Do you know that I was born from an egg and I had 200 brothers and sisters? Hey, I want to get out of this line of work. Know any good jobs? I've been in the park business for a long time. You can learn a lot from me. Tastes like chicken. Nice day. I love this job. I used to be a pond hustler before I cleaned up my act and got started here. This here is a wood duck. This here is an armadillo. This here is a bat. This here is a black bear. This here is a grizzly bear. This here is a beaver. This here is a bobcat. This here is a bison. This here is a chipmunk. This here is a cottontail. This here is a coyote. This here is a deer. This here is an elk. This here is a fox. This here is a jackrabbit. This here is a moose. What you've got here is an elk. What you've got here is a cottontail rabbit. Here is a bluebird. Here is a blue jay. Here is a chickadee. Here is a duck. Here is an eagle. Here is an egret. Here is a falcon. Here is a goose. Here is a grouse. Here is a hawk. Here is a heron. Here is a hummingbird. Here is a loon. Here is a nuthatch. Here is an owl. Here is a pelican. Here is a pigeon. Here is a roadrunner. Here is a robin. Here is a sparrow. Here is a swallow. Here is a swan. Here is a vulture. Here is a warbler. Here is a woodpecker. This is a red alder tree. This is a quaking aspen tree. This is a beech tree. This is a cherry tree. This is a cottonwood tree. This is an elm tree. This is a fir tree. This is a hickory tree. This is a Joshua tree. This is a juniper tree. This is a magnolia tree. This is a maple tree. This is an oak tree. This is a palm tree. This is a white pine tree. This is a ponderosa pine tree. This is a loblolly pine tree. This is a spruce tree. This is a sycamore tree. This is a walnut tree. He has lots of food. She has lots of food. He likes your park. She likes your park. He is happy living here. She is happy living here. Okay. This is a Joshua tree. He has had a very happy life so far. She has had a very happy life so far. You've made a nice park for him to grow in. You've made a nice park for her to grow in. He has plenty of food sources. She has plenty of food sources. He is thriving. She is thriving. He has been happy living in this park so far. She has been happy living in this park so far. In the course of his life, he has grown steadily. In the course of her life, she has grown steadily. What you've got here is a coyote. My friend, this is a loon. Let's see what the poison oak has to say today. Ouch. He is not a happy camper. Ouch. She is not a happy camper. It's too cold here for him. It's too cold here for her. He says there is not enough to eat. She says there's not enough to eat. He says he wants to live in a warmer place. She says she wants to live in a warmer place. Yes, okay, I see. He might just be whiny, but he says there's nothing to eat. She might just be whiny, but she says there's nothing to eat. You could make him a lot happier by putting in some food sources. You could make her a lot happier by putting in some food sources. He's begging you to do something about the cold weather. She's begging you to do something about the cold weather. Please, can we have more food? There are too many predators here. He is getting munched. There are too many predators here. She is getting munched. She says they can't reproduce fast enough to get ahead of the predators. They're getting eaten alive. He says all his brothers and sisters are getting eaten, and he's afraid he's next. She says all her brothers and sisters are getting eaten, and she's afraid she's next. He says there are too many people around. She says there are too many people around. He's starved to death. She starved to death. He starved. She starved. His species was overeaten. Her species was overeaten. He is dead. She is dead. He is very thirsty. She is very thirsty. He has too much water. She has too much water. He has too darn much water. She has too darn much water. I heard a rumor you might be promoted. Go see if the boss has sent you any email recently. A little birdie told me you're getting promoted. Look for a boss email. You're really rising in the ranks, my friend. I'll bet there is a promotion email from the boss waiting for you. You're amazing. You've really worked hard for this promotion. The boss's email will have all the details. Hey, my expert direction has paid off. You're up for a promotion. Go look for an email from the boss. I just remembered. You know what else? Oh, and by the way, and another thing. Oh, yeah. And get this, one more thing. And you should know this too. Oh, and don't forget. Oh, I almost forgot. You'll want to know this too. Oh, and here's a good tidbit. Say, did you know, although you may not see it, the pond is teeming with fish. Bears like to eat fish. Snakes love to eat little rabbits. Frogs are a tasty morsel for turtles. Here's a hint for good park health. Build a park with lots of trees, shrubs, and flowers. Then put in mammals, birds, and reptiles. Try to build a food web so each species has something to eat. See those deep folds in the saguaro cactus? They're expansion folds, ready to expand with water when there's rainwater to store. Pretty amazing, huh? Have you ever thought of flat flower surfaces as landing pads for insects? If a bee can't land, it's not much help as a pollinator, is it? Would you believe trees are 80 to 90% water? Hey, I'm not lying. It's true. Very interesting. Of the flies, mosquitoes, and bats who suck blood, it's only the females that do it. Have you noticed how male birds are usually much more colorful? That's to help them attract a mate. Talk about funny looking. Owls will turn their whole head upside down in order to see above them. Cougars have no shortage of names. Wildcat, puma, mountain lion, panther, painter, catamount, American lion, and Indian devil all refer to this same cat. The juice from poison oak stems, leaves, or roots can be used as a cure for warts. You might hear more skunks in your neighborhood in August. That's when mother skunks teach their young how to make their way in the world. Beavers use their flat tails to slap the water. This alerts other animals to nearby danger. Did you know foxes wrap themselves in their bushy tails for warmth? So sly. Frog, toad, same thing, right? Nope. Frogs are thinner, have smoother skin, and usually have teeth. Toads are rough, bumpy, and toothless. The longest frog jump on record is over 17 feet. I could have done that, no problem. Reptiles are cold-blooded. That means their body temperature changes with the weather. It's no wonder they like warm weather. Here's a tidbit for you. The difference between alligators and crocodiles is mainly in the face. Alligators have wider, shorter snouts, and their teeth don't show when their mouth is closed. Now don't make this falcon pray for his supper. Give him snakes to hunt. Roadrunners love snakes, you know. Give a porcupine a lupin plant, and what do you get? One happy porcupine. They like the plant's leaves, twigs, and bark. Bears like honey when they can get it, but usually they just eat berries. Mice like cheese in the cartoons, but in the wild they eat seeds and nuts. Bobcats go wild for mice or chipmunks. It's a good thing coyotes are good hunters. They like rabbits. Have you ever seen the turbo hop on those guys? Foxes are keen on fruit, berries, and small mammals. Hey, skunks aren't all bad. After all, they eat mice and rats. I wouldn't want that job. Give some weasels a few small mammals for chomping, and they're happy campers. Nuts and seeds. Nuts and seeds.
All blue jays need are nuts and seeds. Impressed with my poetry, aren't ya? Eagles are super hunters. Be sure to give them small mammals or birds to hunt. Falcons are super hunters. Be sure to give them small mammals or birds to hunt. Oh, woe is me. Egrets just love my kind. You know, cute, green, smart. Okay, I'll say it. Frogs! They like frogs! Make sure to give Canadian geese some water plants to eat. Tasty treats for owls include small mammals and the babies of larger mammals. Yeah, not a pretty picture, but that's life. You can't get box turtles to come out of their shell, but you can make them mighty happy with berries or water plants. Now, you don't want to upset these snakes. All they ask for are small mammals, baby birds, and frogs. There are lots of insects in your park, but you can't see them. There are fish in the water. The more water, the more fish. Sometimes you'll see them jumping.
This is an elm tree. This is a quaking aspen tree. This is a cherry tree. This is a beech tree. This is a walnut tree. This is a cottonwood tree. This is a fir tree. This is a hickory tree. This is a Joshua tree. This is a juniper tree. This is a loblolly pine tree. This is a magnolia tree. This is a maple tree. This is an oak tree. This is a palm tree. This is a ponderosa pine tree. This is a red alder tree. This is a spruce tree. This is a white pine tree. Let's see how the bearberry feels today. Let's see how the blueberry feels today. Let's see how the cinquefoil feels today. Let's see how the currant feels today. Let's see how the dogwood feels today. Let's see how the elderberry feels today. Let's see how the Oregon grape feels today. Let's see how the lilac feels. Let's see how the poison oak feels. Let's see how the prickly pear feels today. Let's see how the rhododendron feels today. Let's see how the prairie rose feels today. Let's see how the sagebrush feels today. Let's see how the saguaro cactus feels today. Let's see how the serviceberry feels today. Let's see how the spirea feels today. Let's see how the viburnum feels today. Let's see how the willow feels today. Let's see how the winterberry feels today. This is a bluebell. This is a buttercup. This is a cattail. This is a daffodil. This is a daisy. This is a dandelion. This is a fern. This is a fireweed. This is a geranium. This is buffalo grass. This is Kentucky bluegrass. This is a water hyacinth. This is an ice plant. This is an iris. This is a water lily. This is a lupin. This is a paintbrush. This is a poppy. This is a sedge. This is a shooting star. This is a giant sunflower. This is a thistle. This is a Venus flytrap. This is a violet. This here is an armadillo. This here is a bat. This here is a black bear. This here is a grizzly bear. This here is a beaver. This here is a bobcat. This here is a bison. This here is a chipmunk.
This is a cougar.
This here is a coyote. This here is a deer. This here is an elk. This here is a fox. This here is a jackrabbit. This here is a moose. Let's see what the mouse has to say today. Let's see what the opossum has to say today. Let's see what the otter has to say today. Let's see what the porcupine has to say today. This here is a cottontail. Let's see what the raccoon has to say today. Let's see what the rat has to say today. Let's see what the bighorn sheep has to say today. Let's see what the shrew has to say today. Let's see what the skunk has to say today. Let's see what the flying squirrel has to say today. Let's see what the red squirrel has to say today. Let's see what the weasel has to say today. Let's see what the wolf has to say today. Here is a blue jay. Here is a bluebird. Here is a chickadee. Here is a duck. Here is an eagle. Here is an egret. Here is a falcon. Here is a goose. Here is a grouse. Here is a hawk. Here is a heron. Here is a hummingbird. Here is a loon. Here is a nuthatch. Here is an owl. Here is a pelican. Here is a pigeon. Here is a roadrunner. Here is a robin. Here is a sparrow. Here is a swallow. Here is a swan. Here is a vulture. Here is a warbler. Here is a woodpecker. Okay, this is an alligator. Okay, this is a bullfrog. Okay, this is a copperhead. Okay, this is a tree frog. Okay, this is a garter snake. Okay, this is an iguana. Okay, this is a king snake. Okay, this is a lizard. Okay, this is a horned toad. Okay, this is a newt. Okay, this is a rattlesnake. Okay, this is a salamander. Okay, this is a skink. This is a sycamore tree. Okay, this is a box turtle. Okay, this is a snapping turtle.
This is a big park. Who's the ranger in this park? What a good place to have a party. I'll bet this park was clean before we humans came. I'll bet my mom wonders where I am. Eddie, oh Eddie, where are you? Do you think they'd mind if I took a skunk home? Do you know what a didgeridoo is? I've learned some new bird songs since I've been here. Rizzo is a very weird frog. Do black bears eat ice cream? Hiking is my favorite sport. Watch out for copperheads. I won't step on the horned toads if I can help it. I don't like this park very much. My dad's favorite animal is the bighorn sheep. I think my sister is lost somewhere in the park. Left, 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 right, left. It's cold out here. I should have worn a jacket. Gee, it smells good out here. I love walking in this park. I love hearing crickets. I'm lost. I like lizards, do you? A bear ate all my food. I stepped in some poison oak and now I'm really itchy. I found some blueberries to eat. Rizzo is very cool. I break for bobcats. Tag, you're it. What kind of name is Rizzo anyway? I'm looking for Rizzo. Seen him lately? My brother has sim ants in his pants. If bears can walk around in bare feet, why do I have to wear shoes? I got sick on the merry-go-round. Tommy eats worms. What a cool place. My feet really hurt. Don't tell my mom I'm here. This is the best field trip my class has ever taken. My favorite game is SimPark. What's yours? When I grow up, I want to be a ranger here. Seen any good movies lately? I like camping. Some animals are shy. I had a bad haircut. That's why I'm wearing a hat. My mom's favorite bird is a vulture. My brother looks like an armadillo. My sister smells like a skunk. I want some ice cream. What did the leaves name their son? Russell. If no one hears a tree fall in a forest, does it still make a sound?
I've had fun today. I want to sit down. I didn't brush my teeth this morning. What's for lunch? My socks don't match. I've got a headache. I think it's almost time to go home. I like camping. My favorite book is Wind in the Willows. These shoes are too tight. Ouch! Gee, check out all those bunnies. I wish there was a pizza stand in this park. Take a hike.
Gee, I'm pretty tired from walking. My brother is here somewhere. Hello! La 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 la. I've got a cold. My nose is runny. I want to sit down, but there aren't any benches here. I'm looking for the outhouse. By golly, I'm thirsty. Whoa, what is that?
I'm surprised you let it get this far. Take care of the trash problem now. Go clean up your park right now. I've never seen so much trash. Your park is an embarrassment. Clean up your act. The trash ranger. Deal with the trash. You really should have a fire hydrant in your park. Don't wait until it's too late. Put a fire hydrant in your park now. Dogs like them, and so do I. Put one in your park now. Seen any good animals lately? Neither have I. I want to see better animal management, or else it's your hide. You need more species in your park if you want that promotion. You need to increase the biodiversity in your park. Variety is the spice of life, you know. Let's see some progress, Ranger. Pay attention to your animals or you'll be in the doghouse. I need to know what you know. Identify some species now. What are you waiting for? Get on that species identification pronto. Just a reminder that raises, promotions, commendations, your job depends on your identifying some species. What? Are you waiting for the animals to show you their driver's licenses? Now get out there and identify some species. I'm impressed with the work you're doing. I'm promoting you to a chipmunk level ranger, which of course brings a $1,000 bonus with it. Keep up the good work with your plants and animals. Your diligence and hard work have paid off. Not only am I promoting you to a chipmunk level ranger, but I'm also giving you a $1,000 bonus for your hard work. More power to you, Ranger. Congratulations! You've earned the duck level of ranger. I'll happily give you a $2,500 bonus. I knew you could do it. If you're not a Power Ranger, I don't know what is. I'm promoting you to a duck level ranger and awarding you a $2,500 bonus. And you might want to look for a little something I've left for you to place in your park. You know what I always say, keep on IDing and biodiversifying. You've exceeded my expectations, and that's not easy. I'm happy to say you can now consider yourself an owl level ranger. You can also consider yourself $5,000 richer. Go for a spin to celebrate your success. That's a hint for a little present I've left you to place in your park. You deserve a promotion. As a new owl level ranger, you get a $5,000 bonus and a special gift to spruce up your park. You've got to find it. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's a wolf. Because of your fantastic work, I am promoting you to a wolf level ranger. You get a $10,000 bonus. Very well earned, I might add. And a park ornament I think you'll like. You're up there with the best of us. I'm so impressed with your work, I hereby promote you. You are now a wolf level ranger. You also get a $10,000 bonus. But wait, there's more. Look around, and you might find a gift of the most noble kind. Rah, rah, congratulations, and all that stuff. Seriously, you are to be commended for a superb job. You are now an elk level ranger, the best of the best, the top of the top. Please accept a $25,000 bonus as a sign of my deep appreciation for your work. Your work is beyond my hopes, my expectations, my checkbook. Your hard work and creative management have increased you to an elk level ranger. A $25,000 award is really the least I can do to show you how much I value your contributions as a ranger. Good work, partner. I like how you're managing the gazebo. Renting it out is really paying off. Keep up the good work. You say gazebo, I say gazabo. You say moolah, I say mola. Gazebo, gazabo, moolah, mola. Let's call the whole thing revenue. I like your style, bucko. Delete this or I'll fire you, or I'll fire you, or I'll fire you.
Since this is your first time here, let me show you around. Here's where you name your park and set the difficulty level. The higher the difficulty, the less money you have starting out.
Every color in the map has a different climate. Click on an area to find out the climate name, temperature range, and rainfall amount. When you're satisfied, click on that button to continue. Click on New Map until you find one you like. Now you're ready to start the game.
These buttons let you plant trees, shrubs, and flowers. These buttons let you place mammals, birds, and reptiles. This button lets you place things that people like. When you click on a button, cards pop up on the bottom. Have you noticed the borders around the cards? The cards with the green borders are most adaptable to the climate in your park. The red ones probably won't like it, and they may die. The yellow ones will probably survive, but not thrive. Click on the cards to select a plant or animal, then click in the park to place them. Like this. Everything you place attracts another plant or animal, and pretty soon you can build quite an ecosystem. You can also place stuff that people use in the park. See? And if you place it, they will come. Beware, People may bring money to the park, but they also bring trash, start fires, and trample plants. In other words, people are trouble, unless you plan for them.
The green buttons will allow you to hide or show a whole group. You can use it to see behind tall trees. Check this box when you want to know what season and year it is and how much money is left in your budget.
Now, over here is a compass that will help you move around your park.
The eye in the middle turns all the buttons off and on.
Use this net to remove unwanted animals, birds, and reptiles from the park. Use this bulldozer to remove trees, shrubs, and flowers from the park. This is my favorite tool. It's a microphone. Click on it, and then on any animal or plant in the park. I'll go interview it and see how it's doing. This is a fern. She likes your park.
This map lets you see the whole park. You can use it to get around quickly. Just move the pink rectangle where you want to go. Click in the park to close the map. The computer is where you get detailed information and messages to help you run your park. You'll see a little envelope flash right here when you get new email. These buttons get you to the different areas in the computer. Identify species, species checklist, field guide, email, budget, park information. This little game will make a birder out of you. Try it out and see how well you listen. Now we're in the Identify Species section. Check out this leaf. If you know what tree it comes from, click on the name in this box and you'll see if you're right.
Otherwise, look at the picture and answer the question below by clicking on the small picture that looks right.
If you've made a mistake, highlight the word where you got off track. Now you can correct yourself. Each question narrows down your choices, and you'll soon get to the right answer. The buttons at the bottom will be bright if there's a species in that category to identify. Just click on any bright button to start. This is the species checklist. It shows a list of all the animals and plants that are alive in your park. If you've correctly identified one, it will be checked off. You can even print out this list to show your friends.
This is the field guide. You can get info here about how to make your animals and plants happy. The buttons at the bottom select a category. Once you're in the field guide, you can get to the other cards using the arrows.
You'll be getting email from the boss, other rangers, and lots of other folks. Sometimes it's pretty important, so check it out often.
This button is the budget. It lets you see how much you've spent and how much you have left.
This is the park information section. Come here to get lots of detailed information on your park. Population graph lets you pick any 5 species and look at their population history. Park census gives you a minute-by-minute count of the plants and animals in your park. You can even change your park location in the middle of the game to see what would happen to all your plants if it suddenly got very hot or cold. And this is a little game where you get to see how well you know your bird songs. Try it with a friend and see who has a better ear. Then go outside and listen. I bet you'll hear more than you ever did before. Well, that about wraps it up. I've got to get going. See you in the park.